friends, have you ever wanted to create a closed caption file that you can add to a video that you created for either a learning experience or as a standalone video, or a video that someone else produced and you're asked to use? In this video, I'm going to show you how to create two different types of files that you can add to a video to create that closed caption that appears at the bottom. So stick around with me. This will be a short video. I'm Myra Roldan, and I'm a technologist and learning professional. In this short video, I'm going to show you how you can create subtitles that you can use at the bottom of a video that you've created or someone else has created. Now, subtitles are becoming increasingly common, especially as we now are living in this virtual world where businesses are expanding and marketing efforts and just learning efforts in general are expanding to more broader markets and more global markets. And subtitles are also necessary to ensure your videos and your audio files are as inclusive as possible. And when we talk about inclusive, I'm also talking about accessible. So let's talk about the type of file that your subtitles will be formatted in. So it's called an Xrt File, which stands for Xrt Subtitle File. A lot of words there. It's basically a plain text file that has information about your subtitles. It starts with a line number, and then it has your time code stamps for start and end time, and then it has the subtitle itself. This ensures that the information that's appearing on screen in the subtitles matches what's being spoken on screen. So let's see how all of this works. So I'm actually going to start by showing you how to create a manual Xrt file for your video using a text script that you may already have. You can do this in Word, or you can do it in a text editor like TextEdit or Notepad or any other text editor that you like. The important part are going to be how we format this. So this is the format that you are going to have to use for your lines and time codes. So you're going to start by adding a line number, the time that the subtitle begins, followed by that arrow, and the time the subtitle ends the display, and then what the subtitle is. Your time format has to be very specific, so you need to use double digits for everything. So it's hours, minutes, seconds, and then a comma and milliseconds. So it'll look something like this. So now, the first thing you have to do is you have to go over here, and on your scrubber here, on your video, you'll have some time codes. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to scrub through your video and see where your audio actually starts. So if we look at our video, there's some natural breaks in the speech here. That's what we're going to use to measure out where our subtitles are going to go. So I'm going to start here. I want to see where the subtitle actually begins. I'm going to start it at 3 seconds, 29 milliseconds. So in my file here, I'm going to put this up here so everyone can see. I'm going to put a line number, line 1, and then the timestamp. The starting timestamp for this is 00, 0 minutes, 03 seconds, and 29 milliseconds. We need to double check there. Now we're going to do a dash, and an arrow. And now we're going to put in our end timestamp. And as I mentioned, I want my end timestamp to be about right here at the end of that break. And that's 7 seconds with 6 milliseconds. So we're going to do 00, 00, 07, comma, 06. And now the subtitle for that. So what I do is I just scrub over it and I play it. So it starts with, to get the active programmer window. So that's the first line. I remove that comma. And now I'm just going to add a second line. So now my second line is going to be 2. And we're going to follow the same format till we get all the way to the end. Okay, so I zoomed through that and I fast forwarded a bunch so you can see what the final text file looks like. I'm going to remove the title here and my name from this file. I'm just going to put the number 1 at the top. So now I'm ready to save this file. Make sure it's at the top. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to give it a name, file, and I'm going to save it as a text file. And I'm going to put it on my desktop, and we're going to call this script. It'll save it as a TXT. And if you look down here, some of your programs may allow you to automatically change the format, but mine doesn't. So I'm just going to save it as a rich text file, and I'm going to save it to my desktop. And just click save. And that file will now appear on my desktop. So now what we can do is, since this is a text file, what you need to do is you're going to have to, let me move the video here. You're going to have to right click on the name, and you're going to have to rename it to an Xrt file. So we're going to rename it to script.srt and just hit enter. And it's going to ask you, do you want to use the Xrt file or the rich text file? We're going to select use Xrt. And now this file, you'll see the icon changes. We can now use this as an Xrt file that we can import. Now let's walk through how to create automated transcripts using AI for your video files. So my favorite tools to use are Otter AI and Sonics. So Sonics will transcribe into a number of languages, and that's why I love this one particularly, because I use it to create Xrt files for Spanish videos that I create. But right now we're going to focus on Otter because it's the one I use the most. With Otter, what you can do is you can import your video, and it will automatically transcribe it for you. So let me just show you. We do have the script for this video, but we don't want to import the script because we need the timing. So I'm going to click on import, and I'm going to take my video file here, and I'm going to drag it in here. And it's going to go through a process, and it uses AI as its mechanism to actually transcribe your video. So it reads through the entire video, and then it creates an automated script. I'll tell you a little bit about Otter AI while it's transcribing. As you can see, it's transcribing here. I do have a paid version of Otter AI, but there is a free version that gives you, I think it's 600 minutes of transcription per month, and it resets every month. So if you're not doing a ton of transcription for videos, I recommend using the free version. I use the pro version just because I use it a lot, because I add subtitles to all of my videos. And here you can see that it has transcribed the text within the video. You want to make sure that you proofread this. So now to edit this, you'll see the tools appear. I can just click on the pencil to edit. And here what I'll do is I'm just going to put in the name or the URL. So we made that edit there. And let's just make sure that the rest of it is correct. It looks like everything else is pretty good, so I'm happy with it. So now what I can do is I can also change the name of the speaker. So let's say we wanted the speaker to appear also here. I can change this to whoever it is, put my name there. And then I'll click done up here. You can rename the file so it matches your video, so you know what video you transcribed. Now I can go here under more options, and I can export this file. And under export, I have a few options. I can export it as a text file with a format of SRT, and that's what we want. And we can include the speaker names, and I wanted to add the break lines automatically, and my max is going to be 2 lines with 32 characters. So then I'm just going to export it, and it's going to save it to my downloads. It always saves your file with a .otter AI. So I'm going to open this so we can take a look at it. Okay, so I opened the file and text edit. As you can see, here's the format. So this is the file that was created with Otter AI. And over here, I have the file that was created manually. So now we can take these files and we can import it into our Camtasia videos. Okay, now that we have our SRT file, let's talk about importing these files into Camtasia. I'm going to go to File, Import, Captions, and I'm going to grab one of the captions. You can only add one caption file at a time, otherwise you get a jumble. And here is my caption file above, and we can scrub through this. And you'll see here that the subtitles now appear on screen. You can play around with the timing. You can make edits to this. Now we can export this file, and I'm going to show you what Camtasia does with your captions. I'm going to go to Share, Local File, and here you have this caption style. So right now I have it to burned in captions. That is the only option for me right now because of the type of file I'm working with. So I'm just going to do burned in captions. And what that means is that when I share this video, whether I share it on social media or a different platform, those captions will always be there. Now, this is important because right now LinkedIn don't support subtitles in videos. So if you create a video with burned in captions, your captions automatically appear whether the platform accepts it or not. So it's a great thing. Now, with burned in captions, you can't turn them on and off. They will always be on. But that's not a bad thing. Not only are you making great content, you're now making your great content inclusive. So I hope that you found this video useful, and I look forward to bringing you some more tech tips.